Double XL Freshman List 2020 is approaching, and I have about 15 people I narrowed down my list to that actually have a chance on getting this. And of course, I have to pick my top 10, and I'll share that with you guys today. Like, comment, subscribe if you guys like my videos, and yeah, let's get right into it. So last year's cover was very, very good, one of the best we've ever had. I don't think anybody can argue 2016 was the all-time best list that XXL has ever had. It's basically a clout competition and really boosts everyone's career if they get on the list. A lot of people might be too popular to even go on the list, so you see people pass up their option to even go on this. Let's start off. Number 1, this one's a no-brainer, Lil Tecca. After Ransom, of course, he certifies himself on the list from last year, and then his album, which, you know, did pretty good for his first album. I thought it was really good. He definitely gets on the list. You can't really argue about Lil Tecca. I think Lil Tecca is one of the probably 5 people on here who have a 99.9% chance of getting on the list. Up next at number 2, I got Polo G. He obviously will make it as well. He's had a lot of success coming up with Lil TJ, who's my number 3. Those two together blew up last year with their song Pop Out. Of course, they're gonna make it on the list. Number 4, this one is another no-brainer, got NLE Choppa. His numbers have been so good in the past year. He's been blown up, so many hit songs, and people love him, you know. The white teens go crazy over his music, let me tell you. Number 5, they always have a female, at least 1 or 2 of them on the list. I picked one this year, and that's Doja Cat. She definitely deserves the list, although she might be too popular and might pass up the option, so I'm kind of screwed if she doesn't on my predictions list here. At this point, I don't even know if she's like fully a hip-hop artist or not. She definitely is the most popular female artist out right now. At number 6, I don't actually listen to his music at all, but we got Don Toliver. He just dropped his album, and I think this certifies him onto the list. He's definitely talented enough. I gotta check out his music, to be honest. I haven't ever listened to him, but he's been super popular recently. He's been selling really well as well on his new album. Definitely he's on the list. All right, number 7, we got Ian Dior, probably one of my favorite artists right now on the list. He's very popular, one of the most popular on my list right now. Although, one thing is, a lot of people don't trust him to be on the list, because if you look at Lil Mosey last year, that's probably the worst freestyle I think anybody's heard.
Damn, I feel like the man, freshman of the year, I woke up like the man. Never popping Xans cause they killing me.
I think everyone's ears were bleeding after they heard that. A melodic rapper might not do well in the ciphers, but who cares? He's popular, he's getting on the list. 8, Jack Harlow, he's been blowing up in 2020 this year. Definitely gotta have him on the list. I think he'd do really well in the ciphers. I wanna see Jack Harlow on the list. He's very talented, his album did really good from earlier this year. And for the number 9 spot, I got Stunna for Vegas. His music has been pushed hard. He's kind of on the line for me. I think he definitely is popular enough to get on the list, but someone could possibly take his spot. He's kind of on that bubble area. Someone could switch spots with him. He may not make it. You never know. He can pull it out, get on the list. I think he'd be enjoyable to see on the list. He's been pushed really, really hard by DaBaby. I think that's why, because DaBaby obviously made it last year, and those two kind of were blowing up together. I think it's Vegas's turn, man. All right, at the number 10 spot, 24kGoldn. I think he is going to be on this list without a doubt. I really hope so. He's very talented, and his project did really, really well from last year. You look at some of his hit songs, I mean, he now has like 2 viral like TikTok songs that have done so well. People are gonna pick him for that reason. So that was my top 10 list. Let me know if you guys would make any changes. I know that there's, you know, so many artists out there who you may not even have heard of, or maybe you have, and maybe they're blowing up here in 2020, and they do have a chance to make the big list. But here are my reserves. I picked 5 more people that, you know, kind of have a chance to make it on the list, but in my opinion, may just be a little bit short of it this year. That's starting with Cowboy. I think he's had hit songs, and he's, you know, going for it this year. We'll see if he makes it or not. I don't know. I think he's really close. Rod Wave, again, he's been blowing up. He's about to drop his album, so maybe that will get him in. I don't know. Like, he's super talented, and a lot of people do really like him. I think he might have a chance to sneak in one of those last spots. We got Danny Towers. He started blowing up last year. His music's gotten better and better every time. I think he's on that bubble as well. He might have a chance, but I hope he really does good. Got Baby Keem. I guess we found out that he's Kendrick Lamar's cousin or something like that, and he started blowing up. He produces his own music. He's super talented, and he has a hit song from last year, or is it this year or something? I don't even know. And then the last one being the Kid Laroi, who has been blowing up here in 2020 with just 3 songs that have came out, and they've all done millions of views. I think he doesn't even have his own XXL pitch, so I think I'm totally making this up that he could have a chance. But let's be honest, I mean, you look at numbers and his growth, I think he'd be perfect to throw on the list right now, if you know what I mean. But he might just be too new and does not have enough music quite yet. But at the same time, he's blowing up so fast, he might be too popular next year to pass it up, so we don't know yet. But if he doesn't get this year, I think he'll get it next year. That's my list. Let me know yours in the comments down below. I'll be back with a new video this weekend. See you, boys.